So I'm changing things up a little bit on this one. The mailman for our neighborhood communicates extremely well with all of us here in the community, and my keyboard is supposed to be arriving tomorrow. I saw via the tracking number and the tracking everything that it is at the USPS facility right now. So we messaged him on Facebook and said, hey man, is there any chance that we might be able to, you know, pick it up today, or do I have to wait till tomorrow? He scanned it out and is waiting for me at the post office right now. So I'm heading to the post office to pick up the keyboard so I can unbox it. I can put it together and then I can get some Victory Royales. All right, it's here. They're here. It's here. It's here. They're here. It's multiple things. I'm just gonna do an unboxing of it right here. Well, not an unboxing, but like a opening of the wrapping, and you can see this guy. He's not being very COVID friendly. He's not wearing his mask. So, get my trusty knife. Here it is. This thing was like already almost open. Oh! Oh! Look at that. Oh, baby. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. First out, Gateron red switches. Glorious modular mechanical keyboard. This is the 60%, and there are the Aura mechanical keycaps. Sweet. This thing is gonna be so awesome. I'm so excited. Today is a glorious day. One, because it's Friday and it's, you know, everyone loves Fridays. But the other thing that's glorious about it is apparently that's not gonna focus. Boom. But y'all already seen me do that. Now let's get this thing opened. All right. We're gonna start with the actual keyboard first. So this is a 60% keyboard. As you can see, it is very small, which makes sense, it's 60%. Even the box alone is smaller than my keyboard. Let's compare the K55 box and the GMMK box. That's why you don't open things without boxes. That's why you don't open things without knives. Oh my word. Dang. Oh my goodness. That is so little. This keyboard is literally so small. Look at the size, that's my hand. Wow, but that is heavy. So no joke, this GMMK weighs more than my K55. It weighs more than my current keyboard and my current mouse put together. This thing is like, if you wanted to, you could use this as a weapon. Say you're in a really competitive game of Fortnite. Someone, you know, somehow gets the better of you. Somehow. I don't know how they would do that. You could walk over to their house and you could hit them on the head with this. Victory Royale, baby. Have some other cool stuff. There's a user guide. Definitely need to know that. How to replace the switches in the GMMK. We'll look at that stuff later. There is the cord. So I've heard some fuss over the micro USB. There it is. We'll see if I have anything fussy to say about it. What else is in here? Have a Glorious sticker. This is really cool. I heard about this. This is the elbow for the micro USB. So I can just plug it in like that. That's pretty fancy. Oh, you fancy, huh? Have cool two keycaps in here. One is the Glorious man, that glorious beard. And the other is the course, because it is glorious. You're gonna have the red ascend, because that's what they're trying to get you to do, to ascend. And then looks like a keycap puller, and then some things to be able to replace these if we need to. Awesome. All right, let's take this, set it right there. Put that over there. Get this stuff out of the way. Now time for the switches. Oh. You know what kind of switches I got? The Gateron. No. These aren't the Gateron. Yeah, these are the Gateron red switches. But you can actually take these switches apart. I've watched some videos of people that will actually take the switches apart, lube them before putting them in the actual keyboard, because apparently that makes them slide a little bit better. I'm gonna try it without lubing anything up and see how they work. And these are silent switches, so they make zero noise. Let's check to see what came in this box. Little pamphlet. Ascend. Some more glorious stuff. This was the same pamphlet that was in with the mouse. And then tells me how to replace switches. Keyboard case, switches, of course, Model O. Now let's look at these keycaps. I like their boxes. They're all like, they all follow the same theme. Orange, black, gray, white, looks clean. Kind of already open. Ooh. With the keycaps, I went with the white Aura. And the reason I wanted this color is because it goes with the matte white Model O mouse. The RGB, everything together is going to be great. Of course, we have the red Ascend, but I do not see any Glorious Man on this one. So let's get it assembled. We forgot to check what's in this box. To rise from a lower level or degree, to accept the superiority of PC gaming over all other platforms. That is what I'm going to be doing. That is what this mouse has helped me to do so far, and that is what this keyboard is going to help me to do. It's going to help me ascend. Sweet. This just tells me about the other products that I already have or am going to get, obviously. So the first thing to do, take some switches, like so. Here's the Gateron red switch. I gotta go take care of our dogs quick. Back. So you can see the layout of what that's gonna look like. And if you see the back of the switch, those two little copper posts are gonna be going right in, just like so. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So like I did when I was putting together my motherboard in my first video, which you can watch right here, I'm just gonna snap and then it's gonna be done. 1, 2, 3, snap. So when putting in these switches, you have to pretty much like almost push it down exactly, like perfectly level. I did not do that with this one, and as you can see, ended up messing up one of those posts. But I guess that's why this has 60 keys and I have 120 switches. So I'm gonna continue on with this. All done. They're in. Sweet! Now, time to put these on here. One thing I'm also going to be doing with this, if you can see here, where the WASD, I think I'm actually going to put the arrow keys right there. Because everyone knows where WASD is, so I'm just going to go ahead and put those arrow keys. Progress so far. So I almost wasn't, oh, listen to that. Listen. So I almost wasn't going to put these here instead of WASD, because if you see, the forward arrow is a little different than the Q and the E. It's a little further down, but I'm actually okay with that. Maybe that'll just help me in making sure that's where my fingers go and I'll know it. So I think I'm gonna stick with that. I have a few keycaps left. Had to pull out the directions just so I could remember where all the alphabet is on the keyboard, because I was struggling. I will admit it. But this is fun. This is fun! Time to put this away. There's a keycap puller that goes right on the back. So the nice thing with this keyboard too, unlike a lot of the other keyboards, is it has adjustable feet. So if you want to adjust the feet at all, you can. Whoa! Now time for the typing test. Alright, so this is not as quiet as it used to be when I first did this to it, but I went ahead and lubed all of the switches, took this apart. I also took it apart and clipped the stabilizers, as well as Band-Aid modded them, so we can see how it sounds now. Alright, here is an overview of the Glorious computer software, so you can customize and edit the keyboard. So if you see here, there are 3 different profiles you can choose from. The profile 1 is what I use, but here's a quick overview. You can just enable this. Profile 2, you can see the different colors. Here's profile number 3. And with here, you can actually drop down and choose the different format and style for the LED lights. That Glorious one is awesome. Here you can actually customize, choose the different color that you want. Click on that key, and that is what that color will be. That will just automatically fill. Let's go back to profile 1. Enable this, and you can see here that I have my WASD as red, my up and down arrow keys while I'm gaming. You can see here also that my I, J, K, and L are red, because if I hold down the function key, as you see there, that is up, down, side to side, as I have no arrow keys on the side, as this is a 60% keyboard. So you hold down the function key, and those work as your normal up and down and side to side arrows. Here you can see the frequency rate I set at 250 megahertz because I don't want to pick up too many keystrokes at 1,000, and I think 100 is a little low, so that's why I want to have mine at 250 hertz, because I think right in the middle should work pretty fine. Again, here you go. You can slow down the speeds as well as turn down the brightness
This software just allows you to really customize this keyboard exactly how you want it to look, and I think with my Aura keycaps it looks great. So after getting everything configured on the computer, here is what it looks like when I turn my computer on. You can see I have the arrow keys red, and then these arrow keys, when you hold down function, those work as your actual arrow keys. That would typically be right here. Very fond of this thing. Get out of here! Alright, in closing and to wrap things up, I just want to give you guys my final thoughts on the Glorious GMMK Compact, and I have to say I'm a big fan. I'm a really big fan of this keyboard. I love being able to customize it on their website, being able to go in, choose the size, choose the switches, as well as the keycaps, and then because it's hot swappable, I can choose it for switch out the switches, switch out the switches, switch out the switches down the road if I want to. It looks great with the setup right there, as you can see. Really big fan of it. I actually went with this instead of the An Pro 2, as well as the Ducky 1-2 Mini. So, yeah. Is it An Pro 2 or just An Pro? Either way, I highly recommend it. I think it's a great keyboard, and I might have to do a new Band-Aid mod with the keyboard, but it is what it is. And if I do that again, I'll walk through actually how I took it apart and everything, because that could be a nice video. Alright?
Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. I really appreciate your support and watching the videos. If you want to, you can smash that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, you can go ahead, like this video, or watch one of the other 2 videos that should be lined up next. And remember, I love you, God loves you, and continue to improve every day. Thanks. Bye.